Izold is a strength-based warrior class hero from the Graveborn faction who specializes in tanking and ramping up damage over long fights. And in today's video, we're going to take a look at his skills and abilities, his teams and uses, and whether or not it's worth investing in this hero. So let's get into it. Izold's ultimate ability, Toxic Transfusion, will heal him for 50% of the health that he's already lost, whilst also increasing his attack and haste for up to 18 seconds. Next up, we have Noxious Blast, which is essentially two abilities in one. The first part of the ability is that when Izold is above 30% health, he will continuously deal AoE damage around himself equal to 3% of his own health, but also cause himself to lose 1% of his health every time he deals that damage. Now, the second part of this ability is that every 6 seconds, he's going to deal AoE damage, additional AoE damage to his enemies, and also leave them stunned for 3 seconds. Next up, we have Needle Strike, where he's going to charge at an enemy, strike them with his needle, which is going to stun them, knock them backwards, and deal some damage. And now we have his passive, Hypodermic Healing. He's going to inject himself and restore up to 20% of his lost health per second for a duration of 8 seconds. Izold's signature item skill, Lethal Dose, states that when he uses his ultimate ability, Toxic Transfusion, he will also receive the benefits of Hypodermic Healing without actually having to inject himself. On top of that, if an enemy is slain while Izold is using his Toxic Transfusion ability, he will take reduced damage for the following 15 seconds. And at level 30, it will grant him immunity to control abilities while his Toxic Transfusion ability is in use. Now for Izold's furniture ability, Exertion. At level 3, Izold's attack rating is going to be increased by 1% and the frequency increased by 1% until the end of battle every time he loses 3% of his maximum health. And for level 9, once this stacking buff has been accumulated 45 times, his Hypodermic Healing will become permanent and he will no longer have to activate it to gain the effects. Due to Izold's ability to ramp up his damage over time and continuously heal himself, he is very strong in teams that allow him to ramp up. He's very weak against bursts, so allies that are going to protect him, heal him, or control the enemy team are going to be very valuable when using Izold. Some units that can go really well with Izold are things like Brutus, Rowan, Tassie, Pharrell, Leica, Nara, Silas. There are many options, but what you're really looking for is that control and that sustained healing to allow him to survive. The team we're going to look at today is going to consist of Hendrik, Rowan, Pharrell, Silas, and Izold. Now in this team, we are putting Izold in the back row. Once again, that gives him a little bit of protection, but also because we do have Hendrik in the team, with Izold being in the back row, it means Hendrik will actually protect Izold if he does suffer fatal damage. Next up, we have Silas in the team. Silas is perfectly paired to Izold for the fact that he can inject Izold, increasing his attack, but also giving him invincibility. And then we have Pharrell, who's in there to provide that much needed control so that the enemies can't burst down Izold. And then in the front row, we have Rowan. Rowan's fantastic in the front row with his bit of immunity, but he does have the healing potions to avoid dying from burst damage, but also that energy potion, which is going to allow you to get to ults faster. So when we look at this team function, Izold is coming in behind that Rowan. Rowan will take the first hit of damage and be immune to it. Then Izold will come in with some CC, helping them both survive. Pharrell is going to continually fear and control the enemy team, also reducing their energy, avoiding that burst. And then Silas is going to run continuous heals and inject whoever is weakest, giving them that attack increase, hopefully being Izold, and also the immunity. And then Hendrik is in there as a failsafe. If Izold takes early damage, he can protect him, but he can also protect the Silas or the Pharrell if any one of them gets targeted. And as the battle goes on, Izold's going to stack his buffs and just start dealing some more damage, get more healing, become immune to CC, and just ravage through the whole enemy team. For artifacts, Carnage is a bit of a defensive option for Izold, allowing him to get a good boost in life leech when he gets low on health, but also does increase his haste as well. And for more of an offensive team, we do have the Chaos Bringer, which is going to allow him to deal extra damage when he ults, but also increase his haste when he ults and gain a little bit of life leech. Now, if you haven't unlocked these yet, you can always use something like Jura's Eye or Jura's Call quite effectively on Izold. Now, with all that out of the way, should you be investing in Izold? And the answer is yes. Izold is a very strong character throughout the whole game. He does fall off a little bit at very, very high deficits, but a lot of players won't have to worry about that. He's incredibly strong throughout the rest of the game, and as for what to invest, he's one of those characters where you just want to go all in. His signature item and furniture have great synergy between the 30 signature item and the 9 furniture, and getting them both there is fantastic for him. And he's one of those characters where if he's one you want to build, he's worth investing all the way to 30 and 9. So that is going to be it for Izold, a warrior who can tank a lot of sustained damage and deal an absolute ton in return. So thanks for watching, guys. Hope you have an awesome day, and we'll look forward to seeing you in the next one. Cheers.